Now that I'm done telling you guys about the TSX and what's going on with the TSX, let me talk to you guys a little bit about the Drift Missile. This car, I got it in a trade. I traded my CRV that I had bought on Copart. I traded it for the 350Z. I know I've been telling you guys I want a drift car. I was looking for E36, a Miata, something rear-wheel drive, fun as a Drift Missile. I always wanted, hey, what are you eating? I've always wanted a 350Z. Like, a 350Z is one of those cars that I've always want, but you can't afford. Like, I had the TSX. TSX was cheap. 350Zs are expensive. I had found this 350Z with 36,000 original miles. It's on the title. It's on the windshield. It came from Copart. The guy that I got it from, he was a body shop guy. He bought it at Copart and was gonna cut the front end off and weld the new front end and drive it on a daily basis. But he decided not to do that and just part ways with it, since he has other cars that he has as a project. Really nice guy. He was a church guy. Dealt with him, no issues. We trailered the CRV to him about an hour and 30 minutes. It was in Philadelphia. It was a process to bring the 350 onto the trailer over there, and it was a process to get the 350Z off the trailer here. I'm gonna leave that video now.
Diablo, póngale un millón de ceros, profesor. Diablo. Dale, Alamón. Ya. Pero el que tuvo ese accidente no está vivo.
Yo,
mira.
Usted se quemó 2 veces, papá. 2 veces se ha quemado usted. Dale
un para atrás. Dale un para atrás.
Like I said, it was a process that you guys seen. We just pretty much pulled the 350Z off the car, off the trailer. Put it in the yard, and then me and Edward and Michael and his cousin cleaned up this garage, as you guys see it now, and we decided to bring the 350Z inside. Once we brought the 350Z inside, put it on the lift, we started tearing things off, fenders. That's why you guys see good parts over there, trash parts over here. We're seeing all the damage that was done. Radiators gone, headlights are gone, fenders are gone, hood is gone. Pretty much the whole front end of the car was gone. It had the impact broke the timing chain cover on the motor, and I was like, all right, it broke pulleys and stuff like that. I cut the belts off, took the broken parts off, and started taking out chunks of the timing chain cover from behind the timing chain cover. And I thought I took out most of the pieces out, but I guess I did not. So after we pretty much took everything off, we're like, fuck it, let's try to turn it on. I'm gonna leave that clip here as well. As you guys saw, it tried to crank. Well, it cranked and cranked and cranked. Before we even tried to start it, we did an oil change. There was nothing came out of the motor. So I was like, all right, screw it, let's try it. So we tried it. Right before it, I spun the motor a few times with the breaker bar and the socket. It was spinning great, but I guess I didn't go through every single piston. So at that point, I was like, all right, screw it. Let's try it. Tried turning it on, and at one point I heard it after I started cranking. It sounded like something was hitting. It sounded like something was knocking. So I decided to stop, got out the car, tried spinning the motor again through the outside. I guess after it hit like cylinder 3 or something. I don't know. I haven't even checked what cylinder it was. It kind of locked, but I can go backwards through all the cylinders except for that one cylinder. So we decided to go ahead, yank the motor out 350Z, and start looking at all the damages behind the motor. Right here we have all the junk pieces off the 350Z. We got the timing chain cover, a whole bunch of mounts. We have already cut off the front part of the frame on the 350Z because we are going to be tubing the front end on it. It's going to be completely tubed from here straight out. I'm gonna show you guys all the damage to it right now, but here's all the junk parts we have of it. Fenders and like a whole bunch of other pieces that are there just laying around. And on this side we have all the good parts like AC, starter, power steering, lines, alternator. The hood is only here so I can cover the car when it's outside. Like the extra subframe pieces, the battery, the mounts are already broken. And right here we have the motor itself. Let's see if I can pull this out without it flipping over. This is a heavy ass motor. First time I've dealt with something so big. Alright, so let me show you guys this real quick. There's actually a pulley that goes around here. It's like an idler pulley or something, a tension, I don't know exactly what it is. But it snapped off. I think I have a picture of it. If I do, I'm gonna leave it here. But if not, it was there. It pushed in, cracked the cover. So I yanked that off, then cut the belt off. Cut the belt off and like started pulling pulleys off and just leave it plain without nothing. And we decided to go ahead and try to take off the cover. Cover was a pain in the ass to take off. It came off in pieces, as you guys seen over there. We still have a piece down here that hasn't came off completely yet. We're trying to figure out how to take it off, but I'll do more research on that later on. I'm pretty sure there's something else holding it on that I don't know of, but screw it, not worried about that right now. But I am gonna go ahead and take apart this motor and see if what's inside. I already took off the oil pan. I didn't see nothing in the oil pans. Mind you, the oil pan is like a baby sized oil pan down there, so there's nothing really you can see through there. Besides that, there's nothing we can really do besides, like I said, open it, check what's inside. But if it's something small and it can be repaired, then we'll go ahead and use this motor one more time in the car, since, like I said, it only has 36,000 original miles. And something, if it's worth fixing, we'll fix it. It did have like the water piping over here broke off, or there's somewhere over there on the side as well. It broke off, and I thought it was the motor, and I was like, screw it. So when we were taking it out, we were gonna like full send it. I was like, nah, let's just take it easy, take it out how it's supposed to come out, and just in case something dumb. And it was actually something dumb. Here we got the trans on the 350Z. We have an extra fender over here. This is the passenger side fender. It wasn't hit as bad, but it does have a little crease in the bottom right there and a little crease up here. We got the 350Z stock wheels in perfect condition pretty much. All they are is just dirty and stuff like that. I don't see no curb back except for a little bit over here in the back. Pretty much mint condition. The tires are bad. God knows how long this car was sitting. He told me he got it in September and he just had it sitting at the shop. But here we got the 350Z stock trans. It takes the gears, not good, but it does take them. You got third, fourth, like it gets stuck sometimes since it was putting a lot of pressure on it. I guess, I don't know exactly, but I don't want to open up this trans because I'm pretty sure there's something dumb that's wrong with it. Something's bent, and I guess it's not something that I feel like I should go ahead and try to open and take apart because I don't know how to mess with transmissions. But we're gonna leave it here just in case. We're thinking we have a plan on something I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit later on. But hopefully there's nothing wrong with the trans if we don't have to get a new trans. If it comes to the point where we're gonna get a new trans and new motor as well, we're probably gonna do something crazy with the car and swap it with something else. Alright, let me go ahead and show you guys the damages to the 350Z. Let's start off with the front end and where the biggest impact was. The biggest impact on this car was actually the driver's side. I guess the dude hit a tube or something, a pole, I don't know what he hit. But it pushed the front end. Like I said, the motor section was pushed in, radiator support, everything was gone. But the biggest hit was on the driver's side, where it pretty much, now that I'm looking at it, we got some smashed wires right here. This is actually a ground. This whole chassis part was pushed in, I can say about like an inch or two, or not even, probably like an inch. You guys see the crease right here. I'm pretty sure this can be straightened out. All you have to do is actually pull here a bit with a frame machine. I already spoke to Rolly. Rolly's gonna be doing that for me once I get the fenders, the hood, and the headlights, and the headlight brackets. But they will be pulling this out for me. He gave me a fairly good price. The impact, I guess, since it pushed this back about like an inch or so, moved the suspension a little bit back, not really much, but it did impact it a little bit. The alignment and everything was straight on this car when we brought it in. Same thing happened on the passenger side. It creased, but this side it creased just a baby amount. Wasn't as much as the driver's side. Nothing else on this side pretty much was impacted. Everything pretty much stock. Everything here is stock. Suspension wise is stock. Both mounts were broken from the impact. You guys can see that the driver's side subframe is pushed back a tad bit. And another big impact was right here. Since it pushed the motor back and trans back, the trans mount did break on the back underneath the car, and it dropped. So the drop, making the transmission drop, pushed the motor took an angle. Instead of going like down, it went like pretty much the back went down and the front went up, and it pushed the intake manifold against the firewall and shoved it in a little bit over here. You guys see it cracked right here. This was all the plenum on the intake manifold that did all this damage up top. Nothing too serious because it didn't really crease the firewall itself, but it did hit the wiper motor. This came out of place. As you guys see, this is what cracked the windshield. It impacted right there, shattering the windshield. Also on this side right here. But since this is going to be a drift car, we're going to be taking all this off the car. No matter what, there's a lot of things that are going to be coming off, like AC and all that. The only way I would have kept everything on was if I didn't have to do as much to fix the front end. But if worst comes to worst, we're pretty much going to take everything off the car and leave it as a bare shell, and then go from there, making it into the drift car that we want. Interior of the car is in beautiful conditions, especially for the mileage that it has. I'm hoping it would have been in this condition. No airbags deployed, which was the weird thing that we found out when we seen everything that happened. No airbags did deploy. Everything is completely stock. Everything does work. I haven't figured out how to do the top as yet. I'm guessing that one of the grounds that broke in front made the top not work, but everything else works. We got an aftermarket radio. I guess that's an aftermarket radio. It looks like one. But interior is in beautiful condition. We have some plastics missing in the back, but that's nothing serious. I'm not really worried about that. We did cut the shift boot because the shifter was pushed back onto the frame, so it wasn't letting the shift knob move any direction. But look at this interior, guys. Interior is amazing in this car. Hey! Alright, so moving down to the bottom of the vehicle. Let me see if I can turn on my flash real quick. I don't even know where my phone's at. Let's see. Oh, right here. Turn on the flash real quick. Moving on to the bottom of the car. Hey! Let it go. We see a little bit of damage right here from the headers that pretty much hit the frame a little bit, but that's nothing serious. You guys see the little crease right there from when the first firewall moved back. A little more impact over here from the headers as well. Everything else is in good condition down here. No issues whatsoever. All little baby rust on like the metal pieces and stuff like that. Transmission well, it's pretty good. This is what I'm talking about, where you guys can see right here. The training mount did drop. Hey! Where'd you put it? I think this motherfucker ate the nut. Yo! Where is it? Oh, right here. This motherfucker's trying to eat the nut. Hey! Leave it alone. Like I said, transmission well is amazing condition. There's nothing really wrong with it besides the mounting holes for the training mount itself. It ripped out. I guess I'm gonna bang this up again. Hey! Yo, this guy. I'm gonna bang that out again and weld the nut from the inside on each side. Like this one, you guys see it's almost out but not completely. So we're gonna bang that back in, weld it back in, and then the mounting bracket should go back in normal. Everything else, yo, I'm gonna have to, yo, give me this. Let me put that over there. Everything else is in beautiful condition. Whole bottom, all you see is a lot of grass down there. I guess he slid into a grass. If anybody knows the owner of this car, can you please tell him to message me? Send them through my Instagram or email or whatever. I want to talk to the owner, see what exactly happened to this car. You got some rust on the diff itself because I guess it was sitting for a long time in the woods or something. I don't know. But everything else is in amazing condition. We actually took off the exhausts over there somewhere, the mid part of the exhaust. But honestly, guys, I think personally, this wasn't a bad decision to grab this car. Alright, so now that I showed you guys the damages done to the 350Z, I want to talk to you guys a little bit of what's the plan with the car. As you guys know, TSX is the main focus, but the 350 is another car that I want to bring out this year. I'm hoping that I can take the 350Z to H2O this year. I want to take TSX, but the money that the TSX is gonna have in it is gonna be a complete show car. It's not really worth taking a complete show car to H2O where people do a whole bunch of dumb shit. I'd rather take the 350Z and fuck around with 350Z at H2O and not my pride possession. So plans with the 350Z. We're hoping we can fix that motor and be able to drop that motor and tranny back in the car, keeping it original motor, original trans, original miles, everything original in pretty much the car. That's main focus. If worse comes to worse, not worse comes to worse, if that motor's bad and we have to get a new motor, excuse me, we have to get a new motor, I will go ahead and search for a new motor, but I've seen prices on them and they're up in the 850s in the street, and then depot wise it's $1,500, $1,600 for a low mile VQ motor. So still in the process of thinking what we're going to be doing exactly with the car and motor and trans wise. Now, body wise, we are going to be running the Rocket Bunny rep kit. Everybody knows nobody buys a real Rocket Bunny for these cars. We're going to be running a Rocket Bunny rep kit on it, the wide body. Don't know exactly what wheels going to be running on it yet. I did want to make it hardtop, but then I seen the hardtop on the 350. I did not like it at all, so that's out the list. If we do keep it make it hardtop, we will adapt a 350Z coupe top onto this car. That's something different I haven't really seen, but we'll see. That's something that's in the thought process, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm actually thinking about just keeping it convertible and drifting it convertible with the cage in it. That's another thing. If we do make this a full-blown drift car, honestly, I don't know how to drift. I don't know how to drift. This is gonna be my drift car in which I'm gonna learn how to drift and do all my stupid stunt shit in the 350Z. Don't know how to drift. So there's something new that's gonna be coming to the channel and whatnot. But like I said, if we do make this a full-blown drift car completely, I am gonna be gutting the interior. I do have my energy bucket seats that I'm gonna be dropping in this. Harness bar, roll cage, and I don't know what else. I honestly don't know. We're gonna be going as we go through this. We're just gonna decide what we're gonna be doing. It's something I want help from you guys, and I'm gonna be taking tips from you guys on what to do and what not to do. But I don't know how to put this. All right. I don't know how to tell you guys this because this is gonna cause a lot of controversy with the 350Z society and whatnot. If worse comes to worse with the car, with the motor, with the trans, with the frame, and whatnot, I'm just gonna leave this picture here real quick. I'm just gonna walk away, put the picture right there. Yes, if worse comes to worse, I am going to K-swap the 350Z. Hey. See, not even Turbo doesn't even like it. Turbo doesn't like the idea, but it's different. I've seen K-swap FRS. Hey, go check out Garage Sideways YouTube channel. Like, he has a K-swap FRS BRZ. I don't know exactly what it is, but he has a K-swap. Yo, stop it. He has a K-swap something. It's a FRS BRZ, something like that. It's K-swap. So I have not seen a K-swap BRZ. No, not a BRZ. You see, I'm even thinking about his car, not even my car. I have not seen the K-swap 350Z. So it's different. Everybody two JZs boosted it. Fucking LL swaps it. Honda motor. Let's put a Honda motor in 350Z. Let's put a K-swap. I have 4 K motors. 4. Not one, not 2, not 3, but 4 K motors with no use to them. So why not put it in the 350Z? That is if worse comes to worse. If worse comes to worse, I'm gonna send it. Hey, what you got in your mouth? Let me see. What is this? Go. He's trying to be in this channel more than I am. But like I said, if worse comes to worse, we are going to K-swap 350Z. Never seen it done. We're gonna be the first ones on the channel to do it if motor and trans are bad. But at that point, I don't know who's gonna make a trans plate for me. What clutch kit am I gonna run? What harness am I gonna run? What ECU are we gonna run? Like, I don't know anything. So like that's something that's in my mind, is processing, but I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. So, please don't kill me for saying this, but if worse comes to, what the fuck is this now? If worse comes to worse, we will be case swapping the 350Z with a K24A2 or a K20Z1. I think that's what I have. I don't know, guys. I have too much shit, but that's what's gonna be happening. I don't even want to keep talking about that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here because my main goal today was to make this video and tell you guys a little bit about what's gonna be going on. I want to show you guys the TSX, how it was sitting. I wanted to show you guys 350Z, what was wrong with it, because I know you guys see posts on Instagram and stuff like that. So I want to speak a little bit out what's the plan. I know this video is gonna be long because I already see how long each part it is. So it's like 3 minutes long each part. So I'm sorry for that, first of all. But I wanted to give you guys a little update on what's going on. Yes, I still have the LS. The LS400 is outside and it's just sitting there. I haven't posted anything about the Jeep because I recently got it back. Besides putting the LED bars, and that's it. But two main priorities are TSX and 350Z. So that's what you guys are gonna be seeing on this channel. The LS400 will be in the videos if I don't sell it. I know a lot of people are gonna be upset if I sell the LS400 because they want to see the LS400 out, but we got a 350Z, guys. And then we have a drift missile, and then we have a full-blown show car. The LS400 was just gonna be pretty much like a fuck around daily car, and maybe send it sideways. Psych! That's what everybody wants me to do, but I'm not sending the LS400 sideways. That's why I have a 350Z. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I want all the support that I can with the 350Z and the TSX. So tell your friends. Tell your friends there's gonna be a K-swap 350Z, probably. So sorry for the clickbait, but I want to give you guys a little update what's going on. So thank you for all the support one more time, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, before going, let's try one thing. Let's see if a K-series clutch fits the 350Z trans. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. But let's give it a try just in case. Sorry, we'll move. Has a little bit of play. I'm pretty sure that's gonna rip the splines off of it. But what clutch kit can we run on this? Alright, see you guys in the next video.